Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I wanted to show you how I set up my bullet journal for June of 2019. I wanted to do a summery theme, and a while ago I decided that that would probably be a fruit situation, and it took me a while to land on what fruit I wanted to doodle for this month. And I saw a really cute cover page on Pinterest, and I will link that below. It was just peaches scattered over the cover page, various cuts of peaches, slightly varied shapes, and it was really pretty, so I was inspired by that 100%. It's linked below. Check it out because it was really cute, and I tried to emulate that artistic style in my journal setup. Now, I'm not a great doodler, but I practiced doodling peaches over and over again just so that I can maybe get the hang of it. But some of them do just look like butts, and that's pretty funny to me, but I do like the way that they look, and I can tell that they're peaches, so hopefully you can tell that they're peaches also. I used some watercolor dual brush pens to kind of shade in the peaches. I'm not great at blending, but you can see I'm taking a Tombow blender marker and some Artist Loft dual brush pens and transferring the ink onto the blender and then using that on the page. I didn't want it to be too harsh. I kind of wanted to go for a watercolor vibe, but I didn't have time to watercolor in my journal. I wanted to, but didn't have time for it. These last couple months in my bullet journal have been super duper simplistic. I don't even think I've spent more than like 20 minutes setting up my month's bullet journal these past couple of months, and I've just kind of picked a color, and that's been my theme because it's pretty hard to devote any time artistically to a bullet journal when you have a little baby. So I want to say, all in all, between sketching these spreads out with my pencil and actually setting it up, I probably had the whole thing done in about 2 hours, which was of course spread over an entire day, not just like a devoted 2 hours to it. But I think that's pretty good considering the unreasonable amount of time I have spent making bullet journal spreads before. So I really loved the way this turned out, and I hope you like it too. This spread is my monthly calendar layout. These last few months I have put it on one page, which I've really been enjoying. I just love the way it looks, all the like skinny little boxes instead of the big squares, and it's plenty of room for me to write everything that I need to write in it. I don't really have like a bunch of stuff going on each day. The most amount of writing I do in a box is for 2 events, so it's not really necessary to have a 2-page layout for me, and I just really like the way that it looks. To write June at the top, I'm using a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, and usually I would use a larger brush pen to write my headers, but I really liked the way it looked with the smaller brush pen, and I went for a more bouncy style of calligraphy there. And then I just write down the dates and then color in the peaches in the same way that I did on the cover page. This has easily become one of my favorite pages that I do in my bullet journal. For a while, I was really trying to figure out what... Oh, yep, there's a peach. The one on the left there looks like a butt to me, but I still like it. Anyway, so this is my highlights page, and I've tried a bunch of different spreads over the months, just like trying to pick out which ones work for me and the exact way I like my month laid out and everything. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm not really good with like gratitude logs and things like that, but what I do love is writing down like the highlight of each day. So I just have, you know, one line to write down the best part of the day, and I've really been enjoying that. And I've enjoyed looking back at the best part of each day over the month or whatever. So really like that spread, and it will definitely be in like every month from here on out. Anyway, now I'm making a brain dump page. These are really simple spreads. Like I said, I didn't have a bunch of time to devote to it, so writing brain dump with the Tombow Fudenosuke at the top, tracing out the peaches with my Sharpie, just fine tip, felt tip pen, and then coloring in the peaches in the same way. So this is a spread that I added back in April, then I used it in May, and now I'll be using it again for June. It's just kind of a favorite spread. I started wanting to write things down that I've been really liking, mainly because of all the new music that I've been listening to, and I think my like top favorite artists have changed. Like I'm really enjoying DJ Khalid right now and Ariana Grande, like people I didn't, you know, usually listen to before, and so I wanted to commemorate that, and so I just decided to make a favorites page. So sticking with the theme, I thought I would put things I find peachy as like the title of this page. I thought it was pretty clever. It's probably not, but like, you know, peachy sometimes means great. I think it might not, but it works for me, so I used it. But anyway, I'll just write down things that I love, music, food, shows, whatever I'm into this month. I will write down and document on this page so that I can look back on it and see what my life was like at this time. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed this theme and this setup. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Let's show him. Let's see. It's in the baby.